Some factions in Skyrim burn bright. The Companions boast glory, the College of Winterhold hoards magic and secrets, the Thieves' Guild rules shadows, the Dark Brotherhood bleeds myth and murder. But one group walks the roads, quiet, overlooked, fewer every year. You don't find them in grand halls, you don't hear bards sing their names. They wear no fine armour, they speak of mercy, but carry silver and fire. And if you do hear about them, it's usually after something terrible has already happened. They are the Vigilants of Stendarr, and they are the loneliest faction in all of Skyrim. The Vigilants worship Stendarr, the Aedra of mercy, justice, and righteous endurance. He is the patron of healers and judges, defenders of the weak and the broken. But his mercy has limits. To the Vigilants, Daedra are an infection, vampires are a disease, necromancy is a violation of natural law, lycanthropy is also corruption. And so they hunt, not for glory, not for gold, but for purity. They walk Skyrim's roads in pairs or alone, always in their signature robes. They stop you with stern warnings. You wear the armour of the Daedra, one might say. Take care, they do not claim you. They don't fight for a banner, they fight for balance. But balance rarely fights back fairly. The first time most players see a Vigilant of Stendarr, it's by chance. They're walking the road, and most players pass by them. They aren't quest givers, they don't offer rewards, they don't unlock new powers or give you a horse. They're just there, preaching, patrolling, warning. They carry silver swords and cure disease on sight. They ask you if you need help, they ask you if you've seen signs of Daedric corruption, and then they're gone. Off to fight something alone, off to die somewhere no one will ever find them. You can visit their base. It's not grand, not fortified, not holy. The Hall of the Vigilant sits just south of Dawnstar, small, stone, and easily missed. No banners fly, no guards patrol. It looks like a roadside inn with no guests. Inside are beds, shrines, and a few silver weapons. The library is small, the food is modest. There's no choir, no leadership council, no paladin in shining armour. Just a handful of devoted clerics preparing for war no one else is fighting. And when you arrive later in the game, if you have the Dawnguard DLC installed, you'll find something else. Nothing. Because the hall has burned down. The Vigilants are dead and no one mourns them at all. The Vigilants have one mission: root out supernatural evil. But they are not warriors, are they? They wear robes, not steel. They walk instead of ride. They carry silver swords, but few are trained to use them well. They go up against Daedra, necromancers, vampires, and werewolves. And they lose. Constantly. They have no allies, the College of Winterhold dismisses them, the Companions hate them, even the Dawnguard, who later rise to face the vampire threat, mock their piety. The Vigilants are outnumbered, outmatched, and outfinanced. But they keep going, because this isn't a faction built for power, it's built for belief, and belief in Skyrim is rarely rewarded. The Vigilants seem like they should be terrifying. They burn books, they burn witches, they exterminate monsters without hesitation. Their worldview is binary, light or darkness, nothing in between. But in practice, they are harmless, because no one takes them seriously. They lecture passing adventurers while oblivion gates smoulder in ancient ruins. They preach about Daedric corruption while their shrine stands untouched. They die to random vampires while the real threat gathers underground. And the world doesn't really listen, even as the threat grows, especially then, because Skyrim is too tired, too divided, too proud, and the Vigilants are easy to ignore. If you install the Dawnguard expansion, the Vigilants don't get a new questline. They don't get a redemption arc, they get erased. When the vampire clan launches their assault, the Hall of the Vigilant is destroyed in a single night. All that remains are corpses, ashes, and the occasional haunted whisper. No reinforcers come, no cities respond, no bards sing. The Dawnguard rise from the ruins tougher, colder, and better armed. But they don't mourn. The Vigilants weren't soldiers, they were martyrs. And in the world of Skyrim, martyrs die quietly. The Keeper is the highest ranking member of the Vigilance scene in game. She appears once, she speaks softly, and she tries to help. And then she dies off screen. Her body lies in the ruins of the hall, burnt alongside her brothers and sisters. You can loot her robes, her silver sword, her body isn't marked, her name isn't whispered in Windhelm or recorded in Solitude. She dies the way most Vigilants do, quietly, with purpose, and completely alone. It would be easy to feel nothing for the Vigilants. They are, after all, extremists. They preach destruction for anything they deem unnatural. They kill before they ask questions. They don't believe in cure or redemption, only in fire and steel. In another story, they'd be the villains. And yet, Skyrim doesn't treat them like tyrants. It treats them like ghosts. Because maybe the real tragedy isn't that their beliefs are dangerous. It's that they never hold the chance to become dangerous. They never become powerful enough to become a threat. They died in a corner of the map, ideologically untested and morally unchallenged, and forgotten. There is no vigilant faction path, no questline, no dialogue tree that lets you serve Stendarr. You can wear their robes, carry their silver swords, and speak their words, but you cannot become one of them. You can only watch them fade. The companions have a hall, the mages do have a college. Even the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood have full questline, character arcs, and homes to return to. But the Vigilants, they don't recruit you. They just wait to be destroyed. And when they are, the world goes on. Even after the hall is gone, you still see them, here and there, on roads, in caves, and near shrines. Vigilants still patrol, still preach, still try. And you realise something. The Order isn't completely gone. It's just shattered, broken into survivors, wanderers, and believers. A flicker in a storm that's already swallowed their brothers. They walk alone now, not as a faction, but as remnants. And every time you see one, you wonder how long they'll last. Skyrim is full of factions that evolve, crumble, and rebuild. The Vigilants do not. They are the only faction built to fail, and built to keep going anyway. They are the paladins who arrive too late, the priests who fight in silence, the only people in Skyrim trying to stop the darkness before it grows teeth. And the world ignores them, laughs at them, watches them die, and moves on. But somewhere in the fog, a Vigilant of Stendarr still walks, alone. And if that's not the loneliest thing in Skyrim, then nothing is.